What's good?
Hey everyone.
What it do? What's poppin'? Her name is Ebony.
His name is Eugene.
And today we're talking about
social media
and why it's important to take breaks from social media.
Yes.
3G, 3G, 3G. Yeah. I do what I do. I do what I do. You do it through me. 3G, I do it for you. I do it for you. Giving you all of me. 3G, I do what I do. I do what I do. You do it through me. 3G, I do it for you. I do it for you. Giving you all of me. 3G, 3G. Giving 3G. God, 3G. Glory, 3G.
So, to get this video started, we're fully aware of all the great, good, and wonderful things that you can do on social media.
Yes.
Such as?
So you can do a variety of things. You can connect with friends, family members. You can promote your business. You can browse and see encouragement and encouraging videos and encouraging posts. There's so many things you can do on social media.
On top of all the hilarious things
On top of
that we see daily. But today, we want to talk about some of the negatives that come with social media.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and you can start us off.
So for me personally, social media was a hindrance for me. I'm not going to lie. Like, we named off some good things. There are some great things with it that benefited both of us, me, and that's great. I'm thankful for it. But for me, it was a hindrance because I felt as though I would get caught up in the likes. I would get caught up in seeing other people's posts and comparing myself, to be honest. I would compare myself and I would see just the great things that my friends were doing or my associates were doing, and I would compare myself to that, and that's just not a good thing. And honestly, that's just something that I have to deal with, and that's something that I have to grow from. So I'm not blaming social media, but they did play a part in that, seeing all of that and, having to deal with that, and honestly having to deal with jealousy and envy and all of these things. I'm just going to keep it real with you. And I had to take a break because it was too much. You see like all of these good posts, everyone's life is so wonderful because they're only putting the great things on there. And so that's what happened for me. I was just comparing myself, and it wasn't good. It wasn't healthy, and investing a lot of time into it. I was investing a lot of my time and day to it, waking up first thing in the morning, opening up Facebook, opening up Instagram, it was pretty bad. So it had a bad effect on me.
So, from my perspective, I can definitely agree with a lot of things that you said. Mm-hmm. A big thing for me was time management.
Yeah.
I was spending more time on it being unproductive than I was spending being productive.
Right.
So it wasn't beneficial for my time alone. And on top of that, instead of going out about and doing things and seeing people in person, I became content with just talking to people online. And half the people I talked to didn't even really have a relationship anyways.
I can agree with that too.
It was just more of like a social media relationship. So instead of building genuine, authentic, real relationships with people in person, I was just content with just scrolling and adding random people who really didn't add much value to my life at all.
Right.
So that was some big things that I noticed for social media. And of course, as you said, at times, sometimes it could make you feel a little bit down. Like you're not doing anything today. Nothing's going on. You see people just having the times of their lives living it up. And it just makes you question yourself at times like, dang, what am I not doing right? What am I doing wrong? This and that. And as you alluded to as well, you get more content with the likes and comments, mm-hmm. and sometimes you'll allow that to pretty much determine your self-worth.
Yeah.
Or play a role in that.
That's what was happening to me, definitely.
So those are a lot of reasons that we feel it's good to take breaks mm-hmm. from social media.
And even with having a business, sometimes taking a break from your business is helpful as well, because we have our business and we had things that we were involved in and we were still doing that. But then you still see everyone's news feeds, you know, you still see some negative posts, you still see some positive posts, like you're still seeing all of this stuff,
Right.
whether you're navigating your business or not. Your business is important, but sometimes it is good to take a break for that as well.
And let's not forget about all the inappropriate things children are being exposed to at a very, very young age. And all the stuff that we're mentioning that we've dealt with on social media, children are dealing with this at 5, 6 years old before their brains is even halfway developed.
Yeah.
And already causing issues for them as well.
Yeah.
So the best thing that happened for us was we was already talking about taking a break.
Yeah, we were slowly getting into the groove of taking a break, like putting the phone away, you know, certain times, not instantly picking it up. So we were already doing that. And then something happened.
So clearly we wasn't doing it good enough, or it was time for a complete shift, because out of nowhere, all of our social medias got deleted.
Everything.
And what was the reason why?
So they said that we were too young, that I was too young. And it was interesting because, you know, they said I was too young. They told me to send my identification, and I did.
Right.
And they said everything was good.
Right.
Everything's fine. Everything's wonderful. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Let me sign back in. And so when I sign back in, it says, sorry, this has been permanently deleted. And it's like, wait, what happened?
And as she said, we're running our businesses off of it, our personal stuff, and all these different things. But when that happened, instead of us just jumping and creating new social medias and getting back into it and going crazy, we took it as a sign.
We did.
And just left it alone for this time period right now. And instead of worrying about showing stuff to the world, we're doing stuff behind the scenes, working on ourselves, our personal relationships, our businesses,
Yes.
our talents, aspirations, goals, and dreams.
Yes.
All of that.
All of it. Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Not
'cause
putting it on blast. Not
on social
showing everybody
media.
the newest photo we just took.
There we
The
go.
newest video we just did. The newest quote that we just came up
Right.
with. Like, none of that even matters. And that's what I've realized too, is that it's like, I was doing all this showing a pretty face or showing this or showing that. None of that matters. What really matters is how you're feeling in
Right.
the inside, how you're doing as a human being.
It's almost like we're living to impress others instead of living to have joy.
Yeah, to enjoy our own lives.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So that's another big reason why it's important to take breaks. Now, as she said, we're not blaming social media. We're
Right.
not saying it's this, it's that, it's good, it's bad. It has its good and bads,
It does.
which we have to learn to balance ourselves
Right.
and monitor our children
Right.
and those that are under our influence and our authority
Yes.
to make sure that they're not getting corrupted by the many things that are on social media.
And even we can be corrupted by these things as adults. It's
Right.
like, okay, the children, yeah, we need to guard them, but we need to guard ourselves as well.
True. So, pretty much, we just said everything that we've just said to simply say, use social media. Don't let social media use you. Examine the time that you're spending on social media. How much time is productive? How much time is unproductive? And that should let you know where you're at and what you need to do to get to where you want to be.
I agree. And take that break. Take that break for yourself. Take that time for yourself. Even if you are a business owner, take that time, because that time, a lot can happen in that time within you, your perspective. So try it out.
Try it out. And we're going to come back. But when we come back, we're going to operate it and use it and utilize it for our purposes and not let it use us for their purposes.
Right.
So, with that being said, let's not make it longer than it's got to be.
Let's not make it longer than it's got to be.
If you feeling the vibe, like and subscribe. And if you're not,
Just give us a thumbs up.
that'll work. And we out.